I just wanted to say before we get into the video that YuYu Hakusho is one of those shows that hit different from me right from the beginning. And so this one was really hard to write. So if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a comment, let me know what you think. And this is also just part one of a multi-part series on the show. So if you like it, stay tuned. And without further ado, let's get into it. There is a question most people spend their lives unable to answer, not because it's complicated, but because the only way to answer it honestly requires a perspective that living doesn't give you. You would have to step outside your own life, outside the noise and assumption and the daily performance of being whoever you've decided you are, and look at it from a distance that ordinary existence never allows. Who would cry if you were gone? Yusuke Urameshi has already decided he knows the answer. He's 14, a delinquent, someone who teachers have stopped expecting anything from, and classmates have learned to navigate around. He fights, he skips school, he exists in a world as a problem to be managed rather than a person to be known, and has accepted that categorization so completely that it has become part of his entire understanding of his own value. Nobody would miss him, he's sure of it. And then a child runs into the street, and a car is coming. The boy is there, and Yusuke Urameshi, the delinquent, the problem, the person who has spent years convincing himself and everyone around him that he doesn't care about anything, moves without thinking, steps between the car and the child with the specific instinctive certainty of somebody whose body knows something his mind has been carefully avoiding. And then, just like that, he dies. And the first thing he does after realizing it, before processing what death means, before understanding the implications, before any of the 1,000 things a person might reasonably think about the first moments after their own death, is go check on the kid. Making sure the child is okay is more important than anything else. More important than his own situation. More important than the vast incomprehensible fact of no longer being alive. That instinct is the whole show's thesis, stated before a word of philosophy has ever been spoken. The boy who was certain he didn't matter, making sure somebody else is okay before he even thinks about himself. The child is fine. The car would have missed him anyways. And Yusuke, well, he died for nothing. Technically, mathematically, the sacrifice was unnecessary in any practical sense. And yet, the universe finds itself in the unprecedented position of processing the death of somebody who wasn't supposed to die this way, who wasn't supposed to be this person, who the afterlife accounting didn't have prepared for this particular ending. Because he moved anyways. Because whatever he told himself about who he was, his body knew differently. So he goes to his own funeral. Takanaka is there, his teacher, the man who wrote him off the same way everyone else wrote him off. Because that is what you do with a student who gives you every reason not to invest in them. And Takanaka, he's not sad exactly. He's angry. The specific, devastating anger of somebody who saw something in a student that the student couldn't see in himself. Who knew underneath the truancy and the fights and the performed indifference that Yusuke Urameshi could have been something. And who now has to stand at a funeral and live with the irony that one genuinely good thing this boy ever did publicly was the last thing he ever did. The anger is grief, the bitterest kind. The kind that comes from knowing what was lost wasn't just a life, but a potential. A whole future of things that could have been that won't be now. Keiko stands with a specific stillness of somebody whose body doesn't know what to do with its feelings. Sadness and disbelief folded into each other so completely that they're indistinguishable. She loved him. It's the complicated, frustrated, exasperated way you love somebody who makes everything difficult while somehow being the most real thing in your life. And she never said it cleanly, and now she can't say it at all. And Kuwabara, his rival, the boy whose relationship with Yusuke was built entirely on the language of conflict, fists and insults in the particular dialect of two people who never learned to express anything through tenderness, because tenderness wasn't available to them. Kuwabara stands at that funeral and screams at the coffin. He tells Yusuke to come out and fight him, demands it, with the fury of somebody whose only available language for what he's feeling is the language they always used with each other. And then he breaks and asks, "Who am I gonna fight now?" And the question, so simple, so specific, so completely Kuwabara, contains everything. The grief and the confusion and the loss of something he never had the words for but felt completely. He has to be dragged away. And then, after everyone leaves and Yusuke's mother is alone, she does the rawest thing, the rawest form of grief. She bangs on things. She screams. She shouts. She shouts that strong people survive car crashes because she cannot process this through sadness. Because sadness requires accepting something she isn't ready to accept. Because the irrational, furious logic of a mother who raised somebody strong and cannot comprehend that strength wasn't enough is all she has left to hold on to. Strong people survive car crashes. She raised him strong. She knows she raised him strong. And she is standing alone in a room that her strength couldn't save him from, and she has nowhere to put that. Yusuke watches all of it from the distance death gave him. And then he turns to Botan, the guide who has been waiting for him in this space between, and asks something that sounds simple but lands like a whole point. Have you ever not realized something that seems obvious to everyone else? And all she says is, "Well, I think that's something that happens to all of us, really." No fanfare, no grand philosophical declaration, just the most human answer to the most human possible question. Two people standing at the edge of a second chance, acknowledging that being too close to your own life to see its shape clearly isn't a personal failing. It's just what living does to you. Thank you to everyone who stopped by and watched the video today. If you like this type of content and you like my content, go ahead and drop a comment below and let me know what you think. If there's any specific shows that you think are underrated that you think I should review, also drop those in the comments. I will go ahead and add them to my list. And as always, big thanks to anyone who lets me use their piano covers in my videos. I will be dropping all links below, as well as dropping collaborator links if those people are interested. So keep your eyes out, there will be more videos coming soon. And if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.